Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode I will show you why I do believe that Bitcoin can come up to potentially 39,500, 40,600, potentially 43,400 or 45,300. I'll show you exactly what I see on Ethereum also, and definitely the targets to where I think we can come back down to, because we are still in a downtrend. So I'm just following the trend, guys. Remember, I am no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue watching this video and I'll show you exactly what I see on Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. It's not that many things happening on the charts right now on Bitcoin or Ethereum. The market is still going up. We saw the market giving us a little pullback during the day. So we came back down to the Fibonacci levels that I was having from the daily chart, and that was from 3,570 to the lowest to the highest point to 3,800, and we saw the market coming back down to the 50%. So we did break the trend line, as you can see right here. We saw the pullback, and the pullback came back down to 36,630. Then market created a higher low, and market now creates a higher high. So what I'm doing is that I'm dragging my support trend line to where the next higher low is. So every time the market comes to this trend line, I can see either if we will hold it or just try to break it, comes inside, and then market goes up again. And the next bearish candle that I'm having, I will take the Fibonacci again and potentially see if we can have another higher low created and buy the market. The higher time frames target that I'm having right now is still it is still 43,490 or 45,400, 300, around that level, because that is the higher time frames Fibonacci. If we're going to the weekly chart, we're taking a fib from 50,800 to the lowest point at 36,110. And we can see that that gives us the Fibonacci levels that I was speaking about. So if we're seeing the potentially market coming up to these levels, I definitely expect a reverse from it, and market continues back down. And at that point, we have to break this previous lower low. So we just potentially would come back down to 32,800. Going back in time, always looking at the left, we can see us coming back down to 29,700 potentially. If we are seeing the market not reaching these targets, I'm going to use another Fibonacci on the daily chart from the highest point to the lowest point, and that gives us 39,390 and 40,570. And it's the same thing here. If we see the market coming to these levels, I do expect, or I want to look at if we're actually breaking it, and this is where the lower high will be created, and at that point I'm selling the market and might take profit, or I will look at how the market is looking around these support levels that we need to break. So that is what I see right now on Bitcoin happening. Just following market structure. Market is still creating higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frames, and we are soon inside the Fibonacci levels to the downside that we're having to create a lower high. And when we're breaking the uptrend, or the uptrend that we're having on the 4-hour chart, that's when I'm looking at sell opportunities. If we are not just seeing the market breaking everything and just continues to the upside like from nowhere. But I mean, still following market structure, but I also obviously need the confirmations before I go into the trade. I'm looking at Bybit on Ethereum, and I'm dragging another Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point, from 3,381 to the lowest point at 2,522. So where I potentially can see the market coming back up to is 2,950 and 3,060. We did come back down to this Fibonacci level that I did have around 2,264. Since last time we were looking at this chart, I actually gave everyone this target that I could potentially market coming back down to and retest. And we saw that I did potentially see market coming back down to 1,720, and that could just potentially happen if we see the market now creating a lower high and then market decides to break to the downside. and I'm still gonna use these levels that I'm having because these are very important, because we can come back down to 1,700 and consolidate and then bounce to the upside. And on the lower time frames, just on Bitcoin, you can see that we're still maintaining the higher lows, as you can see higher, and if you're just dragging a fib from the lowest point to the highest point, and if you're just zooming in, you can actually see that the market came back down precisely to the Fibonacci levels. It gave us a doji right here, then the market continued to the upside. So the Fibonacci levels combined with the trend lines and just knowing where potentially the market can come to, I mean, it's amazing tools for us to use. It's very simple. You can see it's not that many things on the charts. So this is potentially what I see right now on Ethereum and on Bitcoin. I do believe that we will continue back up a little bit more, and after that I want to see if we're breaking the support trend line that I did talk about, and then potentially continues back down. Remember guys, that on Bybit you can receive a bonus up to $4,100 through Bitcoinsensus. You're having the link in the description down below this video, and you are obviously supporting the channel by doing that. Thank you so much guys for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you always know when I'm having my daily updates or I'm having my live streams. Like this video, comment below if you did enjoy it. Otherwise, we see each other tomorrow. Have a good week guys. From Sweden.